In today's video, I'm going to share 3 mistakes to avoid when opening your indoor playground business. After 3 years in business at Climbing Vines, I can finally understand the saying, hindsight is 2020. As I was preparing to open our indoor playground, my never-ending task list seemed overwhelming, and as a result, I rushed through a few crucial phases of the opening process. While discussing this topic with other Play Cafe owners, I realized I was not alone. It's certainly easy to make a few oversights and incorrect decisions when you face so many daily. That's why I've compiled the 3 most common mistakes indoor playground business owners have made to prevent you from facing the same fate. Mistake number 1, failing to closely examine your lease. While hiring and trusting a real estate lawyer is an extremely crucial step in signing a lease, it's crucial to remain an active part of the legal process. There are several different types of leases. If you don't ask the right questions to your lawyer, hidden costs can creep into your operating expenses. To protect your bottom line, you should ask your lawyer questions like, number 1, should we need to close? What will that process be like? Which assets, either personal or business, can be seized? Will I be responsible for legal costs or listing and brokerage costs in the event our landlord must find a new tenant? Number 2, what insurance am I required to carry based on this lease? If your space is in a plaza, close to a restaurant, or in a school zone, or in an area often affected by floods or fires, your lease will likely require that you carry specific types of insurance. They will often also require a specific amount of coverage based on your business income and assets. So before you sign your lease, be sure to get an insurance quote based on your exact lease terms. These details can often be negotiated, and doing so can potentially save you thousands of dollars every single month, so don't skip this step. The third question you should ask your lawyer is, which maintenance items or utilities am I responsible for? Snow removal, lawn maintenance, water, heat and electric, internet, and more may or may not be included based on your lease. Knowing these details and updating your business plan to include or remove these costs may impact your cash flow, so be sure to examine your new numbers closely. Number 4, what is included in your build-out? Many landlords will include a vanilla box build-out in your lease. This means they will go so far as to put up drywall, but carpet, flooring, paint, and counters, and light fixtures, cabinetry are all on your shoulders. Ask if this is the case and what the details are. For example, bathroom plumbing and fixtures are not guaranteed to be included. Bathroom build-out costs can climb into the tens of thousands of dollars, so don't gloss over this detail. Question number 5, what are our options to renew? If you renew your lease, it's common for landlords to work in a schedule of rent increases. Be sure this increase is something you can afford because it's often less expensive to renew a lease than move locations, unless there are other factors at play, such as expansion. Remember to also ask if the schedule already includes inflation. Mistake to avoid number 2, forgetting to examine your competition. Many Play Cafe business owners build their business of their dreams based on their own likes and interests. While this isn't necessarily wrong, it's easy to forget to check the competitive landscape while designing your space. If you go into other local indoor play spaces and examine what they lack, a classroom, multiple bathrooms, a climbing structure, cafe seating, etc., you are more likely to fill a void and coexist happily with your competition rather than compete directly. Avoiding copying your customers' best attributes will help you stand on your own and settle into a unique space in the marketplace. Before Climbing Vines opened, I examined other indoor play spaces closely. Our closest competitor had an absolutely gigantic water table, for example. That was their standout factor and what customers knew them for. Instead of trying to build the same or a slightly better water table, I had custom built imaginative playhouses made instead. Now, if a parent wants more of a sensory play experience, they go to our competitor. If they want to avoid wetness or are looking for a more low-key imaginative day, they visit us. We now coexist in close vicinity without worry. Mistake number 3, underestimating opening expenses or operating costs. Even after you've negotiated your lease and exposed any hidden pitfalls or money traps, there are still ways to accidentally underestimate your costs. For example, when we were getting ready to open our doors, we underestimated the amount we would need to train our staff. Labor costs add up quickly before any revenue even starts to flow in. We also underestimated the amount and cost of paper products, inventory, cleaning supplies, and cleaning equipment we would need prior to making our first sale. This miscalculation caused us to dip into our cash reserve, which was a financial cushion we were really hoping to save. I recommend overestimating whenever possible, as this can only have a positive outcome, right? It's always going to have more money than you need than less. Operating costs are also easy to underestimate. For example, when signing our lease, I asked the electric company to estimate the cost to heat a 2,500 square foot space. I knew we would need to heat the cafe most of the year because of our cold climate, so I was careful to get an exact estimate. What I failed to ask, however, was how our very high ceilings would impact our bill. As a result, our bill is $700 more per month than that initial quote. While this mistake alone is fairly innocuous, if enough of these mistakes pile up, they can eat into your profits and leave you facing thousands of dollars in unexpected bills per month. So the key takeaway I want you to leave this video with is that preparation and careful consideration every step of the way is important to the success of your business. If you're looking for additional guidance in navigating the many hidden icebergs in the brick and mortar business waters, check out our Play Cafe Academy program, where we give you all the tools you need to open a business poised for success. And if you want to just grab our free ebook, you can do so in the link below. It will give you step-by-step instructions on how to open a successful and profitable play cafe or indoor playground. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel where we put new videos out every week.